and welcome to this week's Friday Focus, looking back on the Monarchs' resounding 59-31 victory over the Workington Comets in the first leg of the KO Cup at Armadale last night. Joined by Dave. Dave, thanks very much for joining us.
Evening, folks.
Looked like it was going to be a bit tough at the start, but then the Monarchs pulled away and we've got to be happy with a 28-point margin of victory.
Yeah, no, definitely. The first three races you're thinking, is this going to be another night after what happened a couple of weeks ago? Is things not quite going according to plan? Yeah. Victor blocking Ricky and allowing Jensen through in the opening races. But
you mentioned that there, you start thinking, is it going to be one of those nights? But I suppose if you flip it, the positive was it was probably the Monarchs that were doing the damage to themselves, maybe rather than Workington being particularly excellent. And then obviously once we managed to turn it around, then and that was that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think other than no, I don't think we had any last from about heat 7 on, heat 8 onwards, didn't we?
No.
After Victor falling off, that's no more last and turned it around, as you say, and obviously all good.
Yeah, that's it, and obviously it is only half time, 28 points, so if you'd asked me at the start of the meeting, would we take that, go down there? We've been down there twice this year, we got beat by 4 and by 6. Yeah. Another performance like that, and we've got a cup final to look forward to.
Of course, yeah, I mean, the 28 points should be good enough. You never say never, you never know what's going to happen, you know. Rennie Bash had to pull out the night again. Nikolai Clint's had a disastrous night for them. And something like that could happen, but hopefully not. And the boys just go on, solid performance. Yeah, I still think we could win there. You know what I'm like, but
you mentioned that there, and I think that's where Workington will look back and go where it went wrong. You know, what was it? 0 points at a Clont, 3 at Rennie Back, and 5 at Proctor. So 5, that's 8 points out there. The top 3 riders. Yeah. You're always going to get beat fairly heavily if that's what you're looking at. No,
definitely. I mean, they have got, other than young Bickley, who's still obviously learning, they have got quite a solid team all the way through. Nobody fantastic, but they're not, as I say, when you've got teams like that, you've all got to keep going. You can't have 2 or 3 guys off the pace. I mean, Rennie Back hopefully is feeling better after whatever was wrong with him tonight.
That's it. So 7 o'clock tomorrow, tapes up. So do keep an eye on the Monarchs official website for updates on that. See if we can get that package. But if we flip it over and look to the Monarchs' point of view, Eric and Richie absolutely imperious tonight. Never troubled.
No, not even close. Eric looked really fast out front. Richie, as usual, with that command in first and second bend. You know, never looks in doubt. I mean, I think Eric won one race by good, almost half a straight. You know, it's just absolutely brilliant. But good to see. And
then good backup. Obviously, Ricky only beaten once. Same with Josh. His tape's touch in his first one. Beyond that, unbeaten. And what a race in Heat 12 when he picked off Kev Dillon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Kev's doing a real good move. He knows Josh likes the outside, so he's keeping the outside posting him there. But Josh did it well. Great turn off the last corner just to make sure he picked it.
And keep a wee eye on the show. You'll see that race a wee bit later on. That's the Heat of the week. But again, you keep looking down the scorecard. Victor, maybe a little bit of an off night. You mentioned he sort of didn't quite sort of turn the bike properly in Heat 1. He had a fall in Heat 8. It's hard to know, isn't it? You know, it's amazing how these knocks hit. But then good point scoring at the bottom. James Sargent coming in to guess for Joe and 7 points. We couldn't really ask for much more. And a battle performing. We're taking away Josh's ride in Heat 12. Most of the passing came from James in his races, with Mason Campton particularly.
Excellent. What a difference between him the last time he was here for Glasgow when he stuck the tapes twice. The lad's got potential. All right, maybe as a Glasgow rider, we're not his biggest fans in the world, but he's shown that week.
You always know what's capable of here. Last year when he guessed against us at the end of last year and piled in double digits, you well know what James can do on his night.
That's why Glasgow probably signed him. You know, performances like the end of the season. So maybe it's the end of the season that gets him going. But yeah, no, it's very good. It was really good for James to come in. I don't think Joe would have done. Maybe we'd scored 1 or 2 at his best, but you certainly can't complain at 7 points.
Can't complain at 7 at all. And of course, the last man of the team we've not mentioned, Willie Lawson, battle hard on another night when it wasn't an aggregate 2-legged tie. Willie would have got his 4 rides. He wasn't taken out of his last leg due to underperformance. It was just a case of maybe we thought that James could have done slightly better.
No, you look at the scorecard and think, oh, we're winning by a time, 22 points. You know, do we really need to do it? But if we went tomorrow and lost by 30 points, you'd be thinking, you know, they lost by 1 point overall. I don't think that'll happen, but don't take chances.
In any 2-legged affair, you've got to be as strong as you can in every heat. And when you've got an advantage, you know, basically pile it on and ram it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to do that. I mean, our team management are normally pretty good at things like that. I mean, look again at Workington tonight. The race where Rennie Back doesn't come out. It's Kyle Bickley's come out and he's had 4 races and probably could have had 5 now. Mason Campton's won their only 2 races tonight. You know, try and maximise that to a bit.
Yeah. And one thing that's a slight, I guess, change on the Friday Focus night is our interview, our first interview from the Monarchs. His last night for a while. Scott Wilson, after 22 years, is our centre green announcing. We'll hear from Scott now. So, joined by Scott Wilson. Scott, some spoils after your final night for now, after 22 years.
Absolutely, I'm absolutely delighted with this. I knew that they would make a speech. I didn't expect to be presented with anything, but I'm really, really chuffed with this.
And obviously, it was announced during the week you're moving on to pastures new, so to speak. Your job doesn't allow you to commit the way you would like to do this, and you feel the Monarchs deserve somebody that can do it every week. But you won't be a stranger.
No, I won't. Oh, no, I'll be back here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be out the country all the time, but generally I'll be travelling 3 weeks out of 4, and so far, because I've been master of my own destiny, I can choose when I fly. Now I no longer have that choice because I've got people that report to me and I'll need to be in different places at different times. So if you take, for instance, July, I had 19 flights in July and I still managed to make it here every Friday, which is, you know, a lot of it through forward planning and some luck, but, you know, that's all going to be out of my own hands.
At the end of the day, something's got to give. And obviously, you're not going to be a stranger. You mentioned this weekend, the Monarchs 100, which I believe you were heavily involved in the inception of, another event at the Forth Road Bridge.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of credit must go to Derek, the bus driver, because he's the one that prods me with a stick, because I've got very little time in my schedule, but he's constantly poking the bear, trying to find a date, and then he holds me to it, and then he does all the hard work, putting on the buses, etc., etc. I just talk about it. So,
and just remind everyone of the details.
It is Sunday, 10:30 from the Forth Road Bridge Control. We'll walk over the old bridge. You will get a great view of the new bridge, and then we'll be bussed back here to Armadale for a barbecue. And the weather looks like it's going to be lovely.
Excellent. And then if you look to tonight, you know, a job to be done. Maybe the Monarchs gave away some points early doors, but again, we showed our strength around this track and got a fairly resounding victory in the end.
Absolutely. I was really disappointed with the performance against Berwick. I'm sure everybody was, and I think the guys didn't particularly like the track, but I saw that tonight, and I'm no expert at track, but it looked like something that I would drive round, whereas the one against Berwick, no chance. But certainly, no, they showed what they're made of tonight, and I would fancy anybody over 2 legs.
In 22 years of doing it, you can't have seen many riders more exciting than Josh Picker in that move in Heat 12. You picked him as rider of the night. What a talent we've got there.
I think Josh is great. He's box office. He's probably more entertaining when he misses the gate because he rides really hard round it, and he's great to watch. Don't take anything away from Eric and the likes of Richie, because these guys are just at it and they know the best lines. But I think some nights Josh is like a wall of death rider, and he can't get any wider because the fence is actually stopping him. But no, he's great to watch. It's been a really good team for the latter part of the season. Really disappointed we didn't make the playoffs, because I think we would have won the championship.
Put you on the spot, 22 years, what's your favourite memory of that time?
Oh, there's lots of them, I think. I think rider-wise, Peter Carr was a joy to watch, so was Freddie. I don't know, Graham, it's really, really tough. I know the first title was a massive thing for the club. I was so new to the sport, it really didn't mean that much to me. It was just a team I'd been following for, 6 years. I'd suddenly won the title, and then we did it again, and we did it again, and we did it again. It's really, really hard to put a finger on it. I've loved a lot of the matches here. I've loved the trips away to the Speedway Grand Prix. In fact, they're probably better for me because it's downtime for me. I can let what little hair I have left down.
A small dram on the back straight at Somerset, perchance.
You know, just for medicinal purposes, because I talk so much to keep my throat lubricated.
Perfect. Well, thanks very much for talking. I'll let you go. I can see your arm getting a wee bit tired there holding it up. A cracking prize. Is that going to be pride of place somewhere in your den?
In my man cave, yes, absolutely. I'll find a space for that. I'm really chuffed with it.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Scott, and thanks very much for the last 20 odd years.
Thank you, Graham.
So, if we take a minute just to talk about Scott, a guy that will admit it started as a job for him. It started as something that came out. He was a radio professional, he was a presenting professional, but he really has grown to love his Speedway and love the Monarchs.
Of course, yeah, he loves you see him away matches down to Cardiff, things like that. He really enjoys it. He knows how to enjoy himself, but that's all part of his banter and his wit and everything is fantastic. How he's been in the last 22 years. I mean, obviously with the Fans Trust, he was on the committee for a couple of years as well, and he was invaluable at the start of that with some of the ideas that came through. So the other things he's done with the club and the Monarchs 100 as well.
That's it, you mentioned that. It's not just the centering and stuff, you mentioned that. He was sort of communications officer for the Fans Trust, and it started any help if they haven't had the ideas of what happened at Hearts. He was able to bring that.
Yeah, he brought a lot of information from there.
Him and Derek, I think Derek's maybe the cog behind the behind the scenes, but Scott was the sort of front of the Monarchs 100 as well. So yeah, he'll be missed. And whoever comes in has got big shoes to fill.
No, definitely. And good luck to him in his new pursuits, and I'm sure we'll see him here every opportunity he can, I think.
Yep. And then going back to Workington, you mentioned there 2 heat wins on the night, both coming for Mason Campton. I caught up with Mason after the match as well. So Mason, a tough night for the team tonight, but auto race for there's still a second leg to go. It's only half time.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, it's going to be a big ask to pull that score back. But you know, it's Speedway. Anything can happen, and you know, the way the track is here now, and you know, the boys in the team, this place is a fortress. You know, when the track's like this, no one in the league is going to come here and do anything at all. So, yeah, it definitely makes it tough.
And from your own point of view, though, 2 race wins, so not a bad night work for yourself.
Yeah, it was okay. You know, me and Sarge had some pretty cool races, which was good. It's always nice to, you know, race with someone that you can, you know, trust on the track. So we're pulling some pretty big moves on each other and, you know, having a laugh about it. So it's all good fun.
And obviously, maybe the disappointment for Workington tonight came at the top end of the team. Obviously, Rennie took not well. Yeah. Nikolai seemed to be struggling with the setups. Just put that down to one of those nights?
Yeah, that's right. It's, you know, if we all fired, we could have, you know, done a lot better. But obviously, some people in the team didn't do too well. It's done now, you can't do much about that.
And of course, brush yourself off, second leg tomorrow, but also a Championship Shield final and the league playoffs to come, so still a big end to the season for the Comets.
Yeah, we've still got plenty, you know, we've got the league to sort of worry about. It would have been pretty cool to get through this, but I think, you know, we've got bigger fish to fry than this, so we'll see how we're going now.
Thanks again for joining us, well done.
So no Mason Campton for the restart in Heat 12. Can James Sargent get away as well again? No. Kevin Doolan's away well though. He'll take a bit of stopping. Pickering trying to line up a challenge. Racing hard. Doolan's a crafty character though. James Sargent's in on the act as well. Pickering's really trying, busting a gut there on the outside, but there's not a lot of room round that outside line because Pickering, Doolan knows that's where it could be vulnerable. Final turn for Pickering. Ricky Wells has shown there's a line on the inside, but that's not Josh's forte, and he dashes for the line, and what happened there? Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait for the referee for that one.
So, disappointing night for the Comets, obviously. You know, it's only half time. We've got to make sure we go down there and do a professional job tomorrow. But as Mason says, you know, the Comets now need to regroup. They've still got some big matches for a Championship Shield final and obviously the league playoffs to come as well. Yeah, some huge matches, and yeah, they'll need to dust themselves down, recover, and I'm sure they'll be firing again. Firing again tomorrow night. You know, Rennie back. We saw him here the last time Workington were here, scored next to nothing. Then the next night he was excellent at Workington. But and on their day, I'm sure they have beaten teams by big scores at Workington this season. Yeah. It was maybe earlier in the season when they still had wee Dan and things like that. So it's not a foregone conclusion. We've got to go and do a job. Yeah, I mean, ideally, what you want to do tomorrow is no nerves. You didn't want to be sitting on a 15-3 deficit or anything like that. If we can go in, keep it tight, you know, level, couple of points down, couple of points up, four or five heats in, then it's just a case of being sensible, packing in. It's a containment job tomorrow night. And get the job done, and then we'll
like they did earlier tonight with the 3-3-3s early on, except you've got to go beyond race 3.
So, I say final score 59-31 to the Monarchs, and do keep an eye, as I mentioned earlier on the Monarchs official website for updates starting at 7 PM. I think we're there at Park tomorrow. And beyond that, thanks once again for joining us.
Cheers.